Hey guys, as you can see, the apartment is a complete wreck, and that's because we have 1 week left in this apartment. So everything's got to be packed, shipped away, or whatever. But in the meantime, we just got our delivery of our SpaceX Starlink. So this is how we're going to get internet on the road. It uses satellites in space, and you can be pretty much anywhere you want to be. As long as you can see the sky, you can get internet. This particular version is the RV version, which means you can hop around from cell to cell and get coverage there, as opposed to the regular residential version, which only lets you be in one place. So this costs a little bit more, but it's exactly what we need. Okay, so we've cut the tape on this, but so far we haven't looked inside, so let's open it up for the first time. And there we go, cool. It's bigger than I pictured. Let's put this guy down here. That way we can set it up on the table. Oh, feels like steel. It's pretty hard. Obviously it's gotta be, since it's supporting this super heavy antenna. Here we go. Comes with the instruction card. As you can see, it comes with a 75-foot cable. So if we're parked under a tree somewhere, we should be able to run this off into an opening and then find some clearance somewhere. So let's set this guy inside. And for the last part of the box, this is the router. This is the part that ties everything together. So the dish plugs into here. This runs to your power, and then you control everything through the app. And this is everything that comes in the box. We're really excited to use it, so we're gonna take it off to some back roads and some wide open place. We're gonna plug it up to the new truck, and we're gonna see if we can get internet in the middle of nowhere. This is our first test of the Starlink. We're in a spot that has about 1 bar of LTE, so it's not the ideal scenario for testing out in the middle of the boondocks, but you're probably not going to be able to stream anything or video call. Right now, I have the receiver set up right here, and this isn't a very elegant solution, but we're plugged into the truck. This is the modem, and it plugs into the side. So I'll have to turn it on to get battery power to it because we don't have a battery bank or anything like that. But for now, this is a good way to test it, especially out in the middle of nowhere. Yesterday, before coming out here, we did set up the Starlink because there's about a 15-minute process to set it up and to get it initialized for the first time. But this is the first time we're gonna be actually testing the internet. And as you can see, we're kind of in the middle of nowhere. We're on a ridge line. This is Buena Vista down here, so we have a little bit of service, but not too much. This is a good scenario to test it. So the truck is running, providing power to the modem, and then this is what's going to actually receive signal from the satellites. So let's go ahead and start the app. So right now it's setting up, it's looking for satellites, and it says it can take up to 15 minutes to do this, but it kind of depends on the area. And just turn it on and now it's online. So I'll do a speed test on my phone and we'll see what it looks like out here in the middle of nowhere. So as you can see, they're not great speeds, but they're fast enough to stream video, they're fast enough to video call. I suspect that because we're in Colorado, a lot of people are actually using this. In fact, in Boulder, where we came from, you can't actually access Starlink. The cell is too full. So until they put up more satellites, you won't be able to actually use it. So right now we're pretty happy with 40. So we've had a lot of problem taking the feet off of this. We've tried to do 2 people, but we just found probably the best way to do it is to stand 2 feet on 2 legs. Then you can push the button and it just pops right out. It makes it way easier. Okay, now we're in a really beautiful place, except it has absolutely zero service. There's no cell signal at all, but it does have an amazing view. So we put the receiver, the satellite dish, on top of the roof, and now we're about to plug in the router to our vehicle. And luckily it's on because it's freezing, and I think it's actually kind of snowing a little bit. So you may be able to hear it. It emits a slight humming noise. It's not very loud, but if you had it in with you and next to your head while you're sleeping, it might be kind of annoying. But we are connected, so let's pull up YouTube. Goes fast. Pull up the video. Boom. Of course, there's an ad roll.
What would happen if you dropped a penny off the Empire State Building? Could it kill someone walking on the sidewalk below?
That's crazy.
What does behavior means pennies don't actually have a single terminal velocity? Here's long. That is great. I totally want to make a thing that shoots.
Just buffers immediately.
Terminal velocity would be much faster.
Okay, that worked pretty well. Could scroll to any part of the timeline and it buffered immediately. It didn't have to wait at all, which is pretty impressive because we have absolutely zero service right now. We're on Cottonwood Pass, just southeast of Crested Butte, and it has no service at all. So it's pretty cool that we can roll up and have high-speed internet basically wherever we want. Wanted to give the Starlink a little more of a challenge this time. So this time we're in a canyon. We have lots of trees around us, tall canyon walls, and then it opens up on this side. This area also has no cell signal, so we want to see what it can do here.
Beagle's catching all the satellites.
Final location, and as you can see, this is a beautiful spot. I'd love to spend a week or two here just camping, exploring, remote working. However, there's zero cell signal here. So if the Starlink works, I'd say it's 100% worth the money because it allows us to camp in a beautiful location like this. So as you can see, it worked pretty well. I uploaded a video to Instagram stories. I FaceTime Caitlin, I surfed the web, and all of it without any buffering or hitches or anything, which is pretty cool. So what are my first impressions? At first glance, I'm pretty happy with it. We tried 4 different areas, all with little to no cell signal, and in each spot we had high-speed internet with the Starlink. That's pretty impressive to me, and honestly, we're gonna incorporate this into our everyday work life. Now, this is a first impressions video, so I can't quite recommend it to everyone yet. However, if you're an RVer, a van lifer, someone that spends a lot of time in areas with no service, I really think you should look into the Starlink. It's a little expensive. It's $600 for the hardware and $135 a month for the RV version, but high-speed internet is worth it, especially if it brings you to campsites like this that have no service but amazing views. Now make sure to come back to our channel down the road. We're gonna do a long-term review on it, and we'll let you know all the little weird things we find out about it. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time. Bro, I just want to do this. This is so hard. Why is it so hard to YouTube?